Future Shock with your host, Benjamin Dixon. And guess what? You are now plugged into the Power Surge. To the Future Shock, Future Shock, Future Shock. Hot takes we debate, it's the Future Shock, Future Shock, Future Shock. IWC, it's the Future Shock, Future Shock, Future Shock. Get your news here first, it's the Future Shock, Future Shock, Future Shock.
This is referee Dan Fitzgerald, and you are now watching the Future Shock Wrestling Podcast. Get plugged into the Power Surge.
This is Nasty Leeway, aka That Man, aka That Nasty Man. And you are tuned in to the Future Shock Podcast. And you're plugged in to the Power Surge. Now, listen to this podcast and don't be a rat bastard.
This is your boy, the Cardinal Nick Thompson, the current IWA Explosive Division Champion, and you are now watching the Future Shock Wrestling Podcast, and you are now plugged in to the Power Surge. Twing!
You are now tuned in to the Future Shock. Future Shock, Future Shock, IWC is the Future Shock, Future Shock, Future Shock. It's your favorite guy with the glasses, and you are now tuned in to the Future Shock Wrestling Podcast.
What's going on, everybody? It's your friend and neighborhood wrestling content creator and digital media champion, BJ Dixon. Now, I'm here to talk to you guys about our sponsor, Pop Mania. Pop Mania is a website created by our good friend and brother, Cam Lewis, who created this game, and he has a ton of different options for your game playing pleasure. He has Pick'em, where you can do predictions. He also has Higher or Lower, which suggests that whichever wrestler that you pick, whether they're higher or lower, will depend on the one that you're picking. And then, like, you will have if your streak continues, you will be on the leaderboard. You also have trivia games from Pop Mania as well. You also have a versus draft. You have a pick your GOAT. You have what's called Ring the Bell. Ring the Bell is the game where you essentially play with your friends and you pick different wrestlers and you see which ones are better when it comes to your picks. And then whoever has the better picks wins. You also have another game that is called Build Your GOAT. Who do you think has the intangibles to be the greatest of all time? We'll find out and Build Your GOAT. You also have your shows and you have your leaderboard. If you guys are on the leaderboard, that means you've scored the highest. So I want to thank Pop Mania for sponsoring this podcast. And you guys can use my code, PowerSurge77, for all your game playing pleasures. Play on, everybody. Well, what is going on, everybody? It's your friend neighborhood wrestling content creator and digital media champion, BJ Dixon. And today you are here for your AEW Dynamite recap and reactions for September the 2nd, 2026. Now, today, I got a dynamic brother with me to talk about AEW Dynamite. There's none other than my good brother, Andy Sombrero. Y'all been hearing his random thoughts every single week on Thursday Night Live. We're gonna do a little bit of that tonight. But what you think about tonight's Dynamite, man? What you think about All In as well? 'Cause I know you weren't out around for All In.
Yeah, I
But
was very
what
busy
you think
that
about
day.
it?
I was very busy that day enjoying some heat waves, some AAA. Great show. But when I finally got around to watching All In, I had so much fun. The whole buy-in from start to finish, the entire pay-per-view, very very great. Tony always knows how to put on a good show, and I was out of my seat as much as I could be for this. It was great. I think my match of the night would be like a solid tie between either Moxley versus Nigel, which is very fun. I love that. I love technical wrestling. And
Me
then
too.
I really enjoyed the women's match. I wish it I honestly wish it main evented because I Mercedes got a very well deserved win. I I I I know Willow's probably gonna get that title back on her soon, or they're gonna mix it up. I know Tekla came out tonight, which is great. But I think it was a very well deserved win for Mercedes to finally get that women's champion one time, at least.
I'm as you guys heard on the review, I thought that All In was a stellar show. And shout out to this was a nice podcast and I know Pop Podcast. We did a collab episode on the All In review. I will link it down in the description. You guys can hear my exact thoughts on All In. But tonight's Dynamite was very, very good. I really enjoyed it. About gave us some good stories going into the post All In season, and we even know what two matches we're gonna be looking forward to the most. For All Out, we have Will Ospreay versus John Moxley for the AEW World Championship coming up, and we also have the Young Bucks versus FTR versus Christian in a ladder wars match. I'm assuming.
A
You
TLC.
know, yeah, because they can't call it TLC, so I'm guessing they're gonna use the Ring of Honor version of it, which is
There will be
so.
ladders. There will be chairs.
Yes,
And there will
yes,
be
there will
tables.
be tables.
That
Yeah,
was great. I'm very excited for
yeah.
both of those matches, and I'm super excited for the next couple of shows leading into All Out and seeing what the rest of the match card folds into. I'm excited,
Oh,
and I thought this Dynamite was a really great way to bring it home after a really great pay per view.
me too, man. So let's go ahead and get into tonight's Dynamite. So start off the night with the Billy Goat, the man, the myth, the legend himself, Mr. Will Ospreay. He came out and just kind of told us a story about, hey, I finally got my win, and after one at Wembley Stadium, and hey, I'm satisfied with Kenny it being 2-2, and then we get Ricochet coming out, and Ricochet asks for the first shot at the AEW World Championship, um, and then we get the man trying to jump with Osprey, but friend in need is a friend indeed
Indeed,
because for because the United Empire was on the scene and they were protecting Will Ospreay and they set up a 10-man tag match that we got later on between the United Empire and Andrade versus the Dogs and the Demand.
very surprised mix
Yes,
up there. Very surprising
yes,
mix up with not only the dogs and the demand, but Andrade showing back up and being like, "Hey, y'all remember when I was in United Empire?" That was great.
yeah,
I love seeing
yeah,
United Empire on TV. I think Caleb Newman is a big guy coming up soon. In that New Japan title picture and all that. So I like seeing that on TV. That's cool. I love
yeah,
thinking wrestling as like a multiverse, where we've all got
yes,
our own little spots and we can all blend together and it can be fun. It's great. A
yeah.
good
The
segment. Good segment to start the show.
yes, multiverse of madness, as I like to call it, because it is very, very, very crazy and not. But we started off not only just with this promo, we started with a great match right here.
I
Now,
love this match so much.
most of these matches, y'all, I ain't gonna hold you. I have little to no notes. I just have straight feeling.
Yeah,
So,
that's real.
so,
That's real.
so this match here between Swerve and the New Level versus the Wrath. This match was incredible.
This was a great way for the new level to come in, not only coming off the really good performance they did on Sunday against an incredible amount of already really great trios teams, but my boys
Mhm.
the Rascals are getting a very 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 good spotlight here, showing off that they can go with legends, with basically like Hall of Famers. I love it. It was great. I think one of my favorite spots uh, was just Desmond Xavier and Austin Creed just kind of flowing like water. They were just jumping off each other so well. It was really fluid and great. I loved it. Also, the triple drop kick from the Rascals was a really cool spot too.
Yeah, the the cutter that the cutter that Myron Reed did to the outside on, I think it was like Swerve or um Creed. I can't remember which one it was on, but
Hmm.
he did a phenomenal looking cutter.
That looked really, really good. He always
It
makes it look
was
so clean.
yes,
These
yes,
guys are great high flyers. Great team of high flyers.
yes. And then obviously Swerve being one of the innovators of our industry, always good to see him doing his thing and being treated being treated as the legend that he is, as
Yep.
actually new level, seeing them being given the respect and the flowers that they've been given is very heartwarming for me to see.
Very happy to see them get treated so well. I love it.
Yes,
And I look forward
yes,
to everything that they're going to give us in the future because I know it's going to be a very good run.
yeah. Because I think they're gonna hold these trio titles for a very long time, but I think it's gonna be a strong enough run that people will remember. And
Yes, yes.
the thing I love about this is I love that they're finally giving the trios titles some sort of prestige and some sort of like story behind them, instead of just like flip flopping them around each and every team and then seeing who.
Between faction and faction and faction, it's
Yeah,
it's more like, no, this is a real trios team. That we don't,
yes,
we're not just five guys and three of us happen to be in the trios. Like, no, I love trios matches, especially being a big fan of like lucha libre and it being very common for trios matches to be a big thing. So I love seeing it happen here in the states because tag team wrestling is one of my favorite things. But why not throw another guy in there and
yeah,
just make
yeah,
it more
yeah.
fun? It's awesome. It gives everybody a really good time to shine on the roster too. Uh, I don't think this roster is bloated as some people say. I think there's so much opportunity for all these people to shine, and I love it.
Same here, man. Same here. I do. I think like if you share the sugar enough, that you'll find some good. You'll find some honestly good talent if you just kind of share the sugar a little bit and let
Yep.
certain things marinate a little bit. But after this match, we saw a stare off between the new level Swerve and the Young Bucks. And had a brief little stare down, then the Bucks came down to address the AEW faithful here in Allen, Texas. And they called out Christian. The Cope and Christian came out and they say, well, Cope said that he didn't like the way that they won their match at all. And the next set up a match for All Out, as we talked about in the beginning of the broadcast here. A match with chairs, tables, and of course ladders. I'm assuming that they're going to call it the Ladder Wars because that's kind of what Ring of Honor is called
Right.
matches. So I'm assuming it's going to be a Ladder Wars match, a three-way Ladder Wars match between FTR, Young Bucks. Shit. So
Who
let's see
knows
what
if we
that.
get a surprise entrant maybe. Like
Yeah,
what if out of the blue the week before the pay-per-view Tony Khan just flips the switch and says, "Hey, how about I get four tag teams on a random collision show the night before and I make it a qualifier match for the the pay-per-view tomorrow." That
yeah.
would
Because
be
like, what if
insane.
like the Knockout Brothers from New Japan? I could see them doing this.
That would be really cool. Well, I love the Knockout Brothers big time right now.
Yeah,
Um, some maybe the new level just wins that over everybody. Maybe Motor City would be good too. I love Motor City, so
yes,
that would be
yes.
that. They have so much opportunity to just pick and choose, like great stars. There's so much talent on this roster. I love it.
I've loved the Mercy Machine Guns since I was in school back in the day when they were on TNA.
I love the TNA days.
Yeah, so really love the way that their matches are. I wouldn't be I wouldn't be opposed in the mostly the machine guns did a nice little uh, match on with the tag champs couple. But next we had a TNT championship between Darby Allen and Mark Davis, Zilla.
First
And
defense.
yeah, first defense for Darby. Second, well, I think second or third title reign for him.
Hmm.
There is my favorite wrestler in AEW other than Will Ospreay and MJF. He can get a good spot in this card, and knowing the carnage that he a part of on Sunday, and then continuing to wrestle despite the injuries he may or may not have a dedication that no other person will, I think, would be able to give.
Yeah,
Um,
for sure. Like
but
this guy's body is built out of bricks at this point with the amount of damage he's given himself. It's crazy.
yeah, most definitely, man. I definitely think that his his matches are good, and like I love how even in this match he was kind of they were doing a lot of stuff out on the outside of the ring, and then right there's Braun back inside, and then they finally run the bell, and
I like that. I think like at least like 7 8 minutes went by before the bell actually finally run. Like they even went in a commercial,
yeah,
came back, and they still weren't in the ring. That was
yeah,
crazy. That was crazy. That was a very chaotic match. I really liked it. Uh, that just fits like Darby's palette when it comes to wrestling.
mm-hmm.
But I will not knock the man because the boy can wrestle. On Sunday, seeing him take all those crazy bumps with his hands handcuffed or duct taped, I'm sorry, that was very wild to see him pull off those kind of moves even with his hands restricted. And I like the part on the commentary where Daniel Bryan mentioned, he's doing these spots, but his whole shoulders and arms are going to be really messed up for taking bumps like that without having full control of where he can put them. Like that was cool, and I like the dedication from Darby. It just really shows how well he may. I see people call him a spot wrestler, and I don't like that because I know that the guy can wrestle. Like, just a
The
quick
guy
tidbit.
literally has a legitimate wrestling background.
Yeah, yeah. Like, just a tidbit is one of my favorite matches of his is one where he doesn't even do an insane, crazy spot like he does in every match. It was I think it was like Winter is Coming from 2024, if I'm not mistaken, against Will Osprey. Those boys were just doing pure wrestling. It was really fun to
Wasn't
watch.
that
So
a Continental Classic match as well?
yes, yes, it was. There you go. Yes, it was.
Yeah,
Oh, it's
okay,
so good.
okay,
Yes, that was a really
my
great
bad.
match. So I always want to give Darby his flowers. That guy can not just do crazy spots; he can wrestle. And of course, I love Mark Davis. Mark Davis is my favorite. Mark Davis, put a belt on Mark Davis right now, please.
Yeah, definitely. I'm see why people love Mark Davis. Did not like Mark Davis initially when I first. Now I totally get it.
He's
Get it.
he's great. He can bring it in the ring, and I love him for it.
Yeah,
It's so awesome.
he was like. See, the funny thing is, I liked Kyle Fletcher. I liked him when they ran all the open together. But really digging Mark Davis now. Digging him.
I'm a big DPW guy, so I ride or die for anybody that came and went from that
Okay,
company. So
okay.
Mark Davis,
Look at
love
you
it.
knowing ball. Okay,
Mu-
all right.
I'm a hog dipper. I love the boys. I love DPW. Great promotion. I hope they come back soon.
Yeah, EPW shut down a little.
It's been
So
about a year, I think.
It's been about a year.
Yeah,
Shout out to CM Post and the fellows over there.
my boy
Tony the pizza guy.
Johnny Blood,
Yeah,
and
yeah. Johnny,
I know Tony
Tony the
left,
pizza.
but he's always gonna be a member at heart. I love that. I hope he's doing good.
Yeah, most definitely, man. But that's not the only thing that we saw tonight, man. But yeah, by the way, I gave this match a 9 out of 10 lightning bolts, and I gave the Swerve Strickland a new level match. 9 out of 10 lightning bolts. What you think about those ratings, Andy?
Yeah, yeah, though I can see that I'd be on par for them. I really love the way the new level and Swerve spotlighted the Rascals, so I'm gonna give it like a 9.5 just because I'm a big fan of pretty much everybody that was in that ring. Plenty of spots from like the entire team. Nobody felt like they were hogging the runtime or anything. It felt great. Everybody had a spot to shine. So I'll give it a 9.5 myself. This match, I'll give it a 8.5. I wish it was a little
Huh?
bit longer. Maybe a couple more, little bit of crazy spots. But overall, I really like the chaos that came from it with the fact that they they didn't ring that bell for like 8 minutes and a commercial break pass, and they still didn't ring the bell. That was very funny. I like this match. I just wish
Hmm.
it was a bit longer.
Man, I feel you, bro. It could have been a little bit longer, but I did really enjoy the match.
Hmm.
But see, then again, I'm a Darby guy, so I enjoy anything that he's involved.
Yeah.
It was just good to see him get this type of. But that's not the only match that we saw tonight. We saw a match between Alex Windsor
Yes.
and
Great,
Megan
great match.
Bain.
I love
Wow.
Megan. I love Alex. They're both really great wrestlers. Megan, I big surprise win from Megan. I know in the
I
tag
was shocked.
situation on
I was
Sunday.
shocked.
Yeah, I was
I
shocked. I
was
was like,
shocked.
okay, they just lost to them on Sunday, and then she comes back around with a win in a singles match. Like that's interesting. That's cool. Um, one little tidbit I'm gonna take away from this is where's Alex Windsor's IWGP Strong Women's belt? Where'd it go?
You ever lose it?
She never lost it, and it's been a minute since she's defended it. So, I don't know why she didn't take the opportunity to come out with two belts and Aura Farm. I don't know what's going on there, but maybe she'll defend it soon. You would think so. Maybe on like a episode of Eve.
But she probably will.
Yeah,
I'll have to
yeah,
check that out. Because
yeah. The one I watched on, I think it was Friday with that crazy Sky Blue death match is really fun. So I like tapping into
yeah,
Eve a
that
lot.
hardcore match was.
That was crazy. But this match, very electric, very fun. I love seeing two great women go back and forth in a really good bout. Um, I I I like the finish actually, even though it was a very like shocking take for me. I like the finish. I'm interested in seeing where it goes. Like is Alex gonna turn around and tell Jamie, "Hey, I don't think I'm cut out for these tag titles because I just lost in the singles." Like something like that. Maybe they get driven apart. Who who knows? But I'm excited to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm I'm always impressed whenever I see Megan Bain perform. Like her just all around ability
Hmm.
really, really, really impresses me. As Windsor, obviously, her having her own different from her husband is very, very cool. That
I
she's
like
very
that.
hard.
I very much like that like yes, she's Will's wife, but they don't just throw her to the side and say, "Hey, you're Will's wife." It's not like a like like a Undertaker Michelle McCool situation. It's like,
Yeah,
no, yeah, like she's her own wrestler. Good for her. I like that for her. That's
yeah.
great. And
And I
again,
like that she doesn't do the hotline stuff either. Like that she
yeah,
really differentiates herself from Will.
she's a
And
bruiser. She's a big brawler. I love it.
yeah,
For
yeah,
for how like tall she is compared to Megan Bain. It's like some David and Goliath type stuff,
Yeah.
and she still put up with her, and I loved it. It was great, great show up from both of these girls. I love seeing Megan Bain because it's like a similar thing with like Mark Davis or like Andrade or like Damian Priest. Like these guys are just so big, and you see them do these big moves, but then you see them like move so fast at the same time. Like their athleticism is great. So I love this match. I think I'm gonna give it a 9 lightning bolts. Great
Oh,
match.
okay. I gave it 8.5. So yeah, 8.5 or 9 is good. It's definitely cool. Yeah, I give it 8.5 out. But the only thing that we saw, guys, we also saw is when they have championship celebration. Um,
Goat.
yes. So I just want to say this first of all. This was a good celebration segment for Mercedes. Just talking about, how she had finally she achieved her goal as becoming an AEW Women's Champion. I'm glad to see her acknowledge that, hey, I've been a champion for 4 different companies.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
First,
And,
not only first woman to do it, like the first man or woman to do that. That's really cool.
okay, so that's okay. Okay, that's a fun fact I didn't know. Okay,
Yep.
cool. Okay,
Great,
cool.
great show out for her. I'm very happy that she finally got that big win. And
Yeah,
then
me too,
we
man.
got surprised by
Yeah, fun.
my favorite girl, my champion, the Toxic Spider. I love seeing Tekla's back. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure she took that little bit of month off because she's been working this whole year and making the company look good, making the belt look good. Well deserved time off, and I'm happy to see her come back. I'm glad it was sooner than later.
yeah, me too, man. I'm glad to see Tekla. I ain't gonna hold you because I was wondering what direction this whole women's division was gonna go. Then when I saw that Tekla was back, I said, what direction?
Yep.
Now, Tekla being back, I don't think it'll be very long before Thomas Twin Storm making an appearance.
Yes. Yes.
I
Big
got a
time.
feeling. I
I'm
got a
hoping she
feeling.
comes. I'm hoping she comes back soon because they robbed me. They robbed me of a Tony Tekla match, and I want it so bad.
Yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
hoping I get it soon. If
Maybe
anything, I
you'll
can
get your
see it.
wish at like World's End, maybe. Maybe
Maybe
you get
World's
your
End, maybe even Wrestle Dream. We'll see. I hope it's soon, but from what I'm hearing, and this is just speculation. I'm seeing people say that they didn't say what Tony was injured for or what. I'm thinking maybe she's on an Naomi. She's having a baby. You know,
yeah. I got a feeling that it might be that too.
it might be
It
that
might be
too.
that.
Me and my wife keep saying back and forth that that's like the only thing that really makes sense because
Yeah,
she there's no bump she took from Ronda Rousey that gonna put her out for this long. You know, I think it's really something like that, like some real personal stuff. So, happy for her. Congratulations if that's the case, and I just look forward to her coming back, and I'm happy Tekla's back. And I thought this was a great segment, very fun. Both of my girls love tequila. I love that about them. That was great too.
mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just glad to see Mercedes finally get this dub.
Yep.
Um, Now I think it's gonna probably be Tekla versus Mercedes, probably at all out.
Yes, yes, because she wants her championship back, and I can see Mercedes retaining, and then maybe a surprise, entrant after the match or something. Throw somebody interesting throwing their hat in the ring, whether it's Willow coming back for it, whether maybe Tony Storm finally shows back up. Uh, I, I don't want it to be Britt Baker. I'm sorry about that. If you're a Britt Baker fan,
Love Britt Baker, but not
no,
right now. Not
not
right
right
now.
now. No, I don't think she needed to come back. I know most likely why they did bring her back because they want her to be a part of that special episode for Rebel, and that's cool. That's fine with me. I'm happy. Mm, shout out Rebel. Shout out ALS. I saw you do the ice bucket challenge also, so good on you. I really hope Rebel pulls through. and that's the only reason that that the Britt Baker return makes sense to me.
Yeah. Speaking of Brett Baker, about it, her and Persephone had a promo,
Little promo.
and I'm sensing that maybe Brett Baker's gonna probably Persephone before long.
Yep. Yeah, that's the only way I see it.
Feel that she might be the one to take the TBS championship.
Hmm.
Now, even though I think that's below Britt Baker, to me, I think she should be in the world title. Giving her time away,
Yeah.
I think it's time for her to put over some of the younger time. This may be her way of doing it.
Yeah, it's kind of like how Hikaru Shida came back after so long, and they slapped the TBS title on her, which I was not
Yes,
upset about either because I think she deserved a good win after being gone for a minute. But of course, not in the main title scene. So the secondary title, I still think it elevates people. Like for example, Maya World is on a tear this year, so good on her. I see her continuing to either build up into maybe an interesting tag team. I know her. I'm a big fan of her and Hyan, so maybe they come for the Brawling Birds belts. That would be great. I need more Hyan on my TV
it'll be
screen.
fun. It'll
I
be
love
fun.
Hyan. That would be really fun. Two really good tag teams like Hyan and
Queen
Maya World
Amina,
have a great
and Red
style.
Velvet will be a
Cream,
good.
yes, yes. I'm a big fan of Queen Aminata. I really liked when she was tag teaming with Jamie before she got injured. I actually saw her get injured live, which is very sad. So
Oh, you saw her working that?
yeah, yeah, no, not the neck. I believe it was her shoulder. Was it her shoulder or
Okay.
was it the neck?
I think it was her shoulder. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I
She
believe it
did
was
not.
her shoulder.
She had a neck brace on before that
Yes,
one.
yes. Yeah, yeah. When she had been gone for injury for a minute and then she finally came back and got injured again. So I
Mm-hmm.
Queen Aminata is a big plus, like big draw for me, especially with the DPW title that she held for a while. Great. Again, ball knowledge right there. So it's just a sad, unfortunate curse of people getting injured at the wrong time. Because I did see her being a big contender when they did have the survival of the fittest match, but I can also see, like I said earlier, um, they don't want to throw a belt on you for being gone for so long. So it makes sense booking wise, paper wise, but I'll always show out for the women's division. Period. Big fan of
Yes,
all
sir.
these women. I think this roster is great.
Yes, sir. I really do enjoy the women's division here at AEW. I've grown very, very fond of women's wrestling over the past decade. And really, I love women's wrestling, but I love seeing it, how it is evolved.
It's evolved so
Yes.
much, and it makes me so happy. Like
The
going
yeah,
from the days in the 80s and 90s, like Luna Vachon, people in like TNA, like Daphne, just being themselves and showing out. Like I love that. And then of course we can't talk about women's wrestling without Joshi wrestling. So Stardom is doing really good this year. I've been keeping up as much as I can, and yeah, I love seeing the collaborations between Stardom and AEW also, and not just AEW. Seeing my girls pop up in CMLL and MLW too, like that's really cool. Always fun. So I love, like we said, the multiverse of madness over here.
yeah. I'm really, really enjoying everything that is going like, in the period especially with this women's division. Yeah, like grew up in the era where Victoria was this and Lita and
Right.
the other. See how women's wrestling is going bigger and bigger.
Yep.
Um, no, I really enjoy it. So, been a wrestling fan for 20 years. I see
I
everything
I love to hear it.
just been this, the trajectory of everything. Let's talk about this match real quick.
I love this match.
Yeah, this match right here, John Moxley versus AR, no championship eliminated. First things first, that the match overall,
For me, I really like this match a lot. There was some really good spots. AR Fox again is another guy that I think deserves way more TV time. I know he has been shining in Ring of Honor. Unfortunately, he lost his title, but every time I have seen AR Fox on either like a Dynamite or a random Collision, it's really fun. I think he's a really great wrestler. Uh, I love seeing people be able to keep up with Mox because that is my ace forever. I think he's the flagship for the company, if you ask me. So seeing people go toe to toe with him and keep it in like check and keep up with him is really fun. I love this match. Uh, Again, one that I wish went a little bit longer, so I'll give it an 8. But a really fun bout between these two very skilled wrestlers. Very skilled.
yeah.
Very good.
I'm also gonna give it an 8 out of 10 lightning bolts. I really enjoyed this match. I'm glad John Moxley got the dub. However, I don't. Well, now that we know what story is gonna be told, went into all out, I think we'll get like a nice, champion versus champion match.
Hmm.
And this will be a pretty good match between Will and John Moxley. Um, but for the main event, man, let's go ahead and ring the bell for the main event, guys. So the main event we had United Empire and Andrade El Idolo versus the Dogs and the Demand, a 10-man tag match. Now, this was a chaotic match, so I didn't get a whole bunch of, notes and everything,
Save.
but
I was just blind reacting like back and forth
yes,
because there was too much going on. But it was
yes.
very fun to see the immense amount of talent in the ring. Like I said earlier, very interesting team up with the Demand and the Dogs. Um, I love seeing Gabe Kidd do the crawl. That guy's crazy. He's very fun to watch, and I like the subtle little jab he brought out earlier, where he basically was like, "Hey, I should have been the first guy born in England to win that title," and I can see him throwing his hat at Osprey, maybe in an insane kind of like steel cage match, kind of a la him and Kyle Fletcher from last year, something like that, maybe, because those two guys have history and they can go at it. So that would be cool. Having a high flyer and a big bruiser like Gabe Kidd fight back and forth. Um, and
That
then
would be a good match. It'll be
everybody
a very,
else just doing all these spots back and forth with each other was so much fun. Big fan of the dogs. Big fan of the demand. I really like the spot with Akira from United Empire, where he just kept doing the chops back and forth on Tierra Leone and Bishop Khan, and they both did not care at all. They started laughing at him, and he just kept going just hammering out chops, and they still didn't care. And then they just tried to choke slam him, and I believe it got interrupted by somebody. That was really fun. Very
yeah.
fun spot. And
Nare and
right,
Toa Leona, bro. The
oh
the chop back and forth between them.
and speaking of Hinare, the headbutts. There,
Yeah,
uh,
that flying headbutt was crazy.
that boy was
Oh,
cracking skulls. That was so good.
yes,
That was crazy.
yes,
It was so loud. Like he did not need to slap his thigh to make that sound. That was straight head on collision, like hard. That was awesome.
literally, not figuratively.
Literally. This was a great match. I'm gonna give this one a 10 just because I love seeing
Oh,
uh a ridiculous spot fest with a bunch of dudes in the ring. I'm always gonna love that. Like I think one of my favorite matches from the past 2 years is that lights out steel cage match from last year's Forbidden Door, with how insane that was. So much talent in the ring. So that's my taste, and this one gets a 10 for me. I loved
Yeah,
it.
this one's good 10 out of 10 for me as well because I love like pretty crazy type match.
Yeah, yeah.
This is definitely right up my alley. I really enjoyed this. And very impressed with what they're doing this. I'm sensing that maybe no man's maybe gonna turn on Will Ospreay at
Hmm,
some
hmm.
point. Because if you remember from the All In show the last Sunday, um, Will Ospreay was talking about, hey, we don't media scrum about saying to the media about Callum. Not everybody that we don't, integrate each other's matches and all different stuff. So I'm guessing there's gonna be some sort of tension between him and Noman to that will get to a
Yeah, I can see that happening. And then potentially that bleeding into maybe Caleb Newman leaves New Japan and just signs and becomes all elite and, feuds with Osprey. Or it just, leads into it
shit.
could just be a partnership with New Japan, since we're already on good footing with them. But
And then plus it also might be they bring back Wrestle Dynasty and have a match with that.
oh yes, yes, that would be cool. That would be great.
But yeah, y'all, go ahead and subscribe. Need to plug into the Power Rankings every week. Thank y'all so much for watching the recap and reactions with your boy BJ Dixon, my main man Andy Sombrero. But before we get up out of here, um, Andy, give us one last word and talk to the people. Just how you feeling about current state of wrestling. So this is a short amount of time. Just about how much you love the business, what you're thinking about, what's in your heart and mind about today.
Right now, coming off a very good pay-per-view, catching up on that, I absolutely love AEW and the product that they give us. It's so much fun. It's always a great build-up, a great story, great wrestling across the board. I'll give the All In pay-per-view honestly a 10 out of 10. It's probably my favorite pay-per-view they've done since last year's All In, which was my first, and great place in my heart for that pay-per-view. That honestly really sparked my love for wrestling back up. So great on that. Um, Women's wrestling across the entire world is the best product you will ever watch. I love women's wrestling, and coming off of the great live match between Kendall Gray and Kalani Jordan, I'm gonna give that on my own rating scale. 5 out of 5 stars. Uh, my section was on fire for Kendall. We started Let's Go Kendall's chants. Every spot was just really exciting. And then I want to give a spotlight to AAA as well. The probably the best product that WWE has going right now for them. So many talented luchadors. Big shout out to Jack Cartwheel. Shout out Manny Vikingo. I love Noisy Boy right now a lot too. Very good new up and comer. Just so much great talent across the world that so many people I think should see. And I really hope that all these names that I've dropped just kind of get their spotlight. And then, of course, shout out Joshi Wrestling. Shout out Rena, the Pink Devil, for bringing home the 5 star GP. Good on her. Very happy win for that. So I look forward to what all these companies continue to give us, because there's so much good wrestling out there that I think people need to tap into, and I hope they do. And thank you for giving me a spotlight again, BJ. I love it so much.
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Man, I'm here to help the people who have supported me throughout. I've been on TikTok, and you're one of my biggest supporters, man. So you as a guest on my show, went to talk to you about wrestling. That's a privilege. I'm always people who have helped me throughout the time I've been on here and
Yeah.
really impacted me. Right whatsoever. But thank you so much, man. You know, being around and helping out, and Andy and I have conversations outside this live, guys, and we just we talk about everything. Dope to know people to support them. You know, you know, joy to you about these different things. We'll talk to you guys soon, man. Y'all continue to plug into the Power Star each and every week. We do have an indie spotlight coming out tomorrow with Lance Sling Guy tomorrow at 4 o'clock. You guys soon, man. Y'all continue to pick up, like the love, share. Also, you guys 113 sub. Appreciate y'all. Y'all with 71 views on the MLW stream earlier today. So much for the then 29 views on EW All In on Sunday. You guys were great views on the Brian Matthews episode as well. 760 something views and counting.
Oh, nice. Great, great.
You guys so much for that. And, we'll see you guys soon, man. See you guys soon.
Future Shock with your host, Benjamin Dixon. And guess what? You are now plugged into the Power Surge. I'm black with a cheese, no attraction screen. Watch the arrogance spray, that's the money I bring. Living legend on the charts, that's a FTR. You can swerve through the scene, that's just Nana's car. Strutting with the ruler, know the night is young. Clear vision for the sight, know the title won. Let the band play a cut for the dragon, I'm on to it. Combat club for the honor, we grind through it. If you with the smoke, then light a match, just get lit. Guy just look in the box, but ain't got mixed. War dog ready, I got a fix for comp. If you answer the call for the boots, you get stomped. Perfect with the talk, it's timeless. I'm known for malice. It ain't argue rules like a king does. I'm a shed skin and show you legs like snakes. No RKO is coming after the break. You can fall from grace and get buried. Empty every cannon when loose and peel like Mike Bailey. Y'all with the stunt, I take a bump for real. Every public on tweet when Hardy screams, yeah. I'ma need y'all to stop what y'all doing and follow on all social media outlets. You know the vibes, might make the world turn circles. And pay me like I wear one and all like Yoku. Let Oos know that my bloodline thick. MFTs we connect, every brace will stick. Need a dial on the line, we can dial like Preston. Mac picking up a baddie like Jay, we said. Who's next with the tango? It's a collar and elbow. Let the beat slap, give me chest like the big show. Involved with sickos, I got an ID. From the trenches we evolve, with the straps we free. Hit a match, strike 3, I got a pin like 8. Right stories never boring, that's the NXT. You are now tuned in to the Future Shock. Future Shock, Future Shock. Hot takes we debate, it's the Future Shock. Future Shock, Future Shock. IWC, it's the Future Shock. Future Shock, Future Shock. Get your news here first, it's the Future Shock. Future Shock, Future Shock.
I want to give a special thank you to all of our contributors today. And I want to thank you guys for all that you guys do to make the show better and to make it what it is today. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And may God's blessings continue to fall upon you. Peace.